Hey, what's up, America? News about the post office. So the Postal Service here in the United States is about to get very slow coming up. And I have some information as to why. So I've talked to people that work at the post office, and I have a little bit of information that's not generally public, so let's talk about it. First of all, the post office is suffering from having too many supervisors, and they need to do away with a lot of those. On top of that, they haven't been adhering to their own guidelines when it comes to their employment, and they haven't been as stringent as they should have been. Gee, what a fucking surprise, right? So they said that there's way too many supervisors, and a lot of those need to be fired or let go in some fashion. On top of that, if you're running a route at the post office and you're more than a certain time late, you're supposed to get some type of occurrence or something like that. And if you have too many, you'll be reevaluated and possibly put onto other routes or some type of penalty or some type of movement. But unfortunately, those evaluations really haven't been taking place. And so people that can't finish the job or people that are taxed at it or whatever the situation is keep going on the same routes with no consequences in some cases. Meaning people that didn't belong there are still there working even though they're shitty at their job. And it makes people that are good at their job look like shit at the post office, even though the post office overall is not doing what they should. And if they were doing what they should, then the people that were good at their jobs wouldn't look like shit and the post office would look good, but it doesn't. See, that's kind of complicated bullshit, but here we are. Nevertheless, now they're looking into that shit and they're going to be saying, well, it looks like we have a lot of supervisors that aren't really doing very much and are kind of poor at their job. They need to go. There's also people that were inept that got their friends hired in and kind of coached them on how to get the jobs. That's kind of difficult too, because I don't think that's really on merit in many cases. Then, of course, as you know, postal workers are not allowed to strike either. And so overall, under the Joe Biden administration, I'm going to say that there was probably a solid 4 years of just absolute post office stagnation that really kind of dropped morale in the whole entire postal service. On top of that, the post office has been losing money for whatever reason for a long time. And as you know, prices have been going up, and even fucking more up. And so the post office is a good organization. You have to understand that. There's a lot of very hardworking Americans and a lot of veterans that work for the post office. As you know, veterans get preferential treatment when it comes to being hired there. So we need more veterans in the post office. But in a lot of cases, that merit-based hiring and all this has been kind of hijacked. And so we need to get that unhijacked and get good veterans mainly to rule the fucking day and then trickle down to other people that they can train to make this a well-oiled machine like it used to be. Overall, I think we need to have more very apt and intelligent veterans in our government. It used to be like that a long time ago, and it needs to be that way again.